Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Donna Dodgen, Mayor of Seguin. First of all, I want to thank you both for volunteering. And our community couldn't sustain and survive without volunteers. And to promote cycling, you guys are perfect for that with the community cycles and what you've done, the grant that you've received and how you've built up with volunteerism and that sort of thing. So tell me, Jim, tell me a little bit about how it started.
Sure. Yeah, Community Cycles was actually founded by Spirit of Joy Lutheran Church as the ministry of the church with the plan for it to become its own nonprofit. So we're actually a standalone nonprofit, not part of the church. And our vision, our mission is to get people out on their bikes. But we recognize a lot of people around Seguin have bikes that don't function. So one of the things we do is we help people get their bikes repaired. So we're outside now in our outdoor community bicycle repair stations, where on every Saturday morning, people can bring their bikes in and we'll help them get them running again.
And so tell me why you started volunteering. I know you say you're not hands-on. I got that. But I know that you have volunteer heart and you have the spirit of that. So tell me why you started volunteering.
So I guess I would say first off, cycling has been a big part of my life from the very beginning. Since I was a preschooler, and so cycling to school was a big thing in our community. And when I started working, even my first job, I was able sometimes to cycle, and it was not too far of a distance. It gets to be more of a problem if you got a 10-mile bike ride or something, because then you need a shower at the other end.
Yes.
But it's always been a part of my life, and I wanted to get involved in cycling. When we arrived in Seguin 2 years ago from Houston, big city, we had cycling groups that I could join and all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed being in a cycling group back then. As Jim commented there, or a little exchange earlier, I was never the hands-on guy who liked to fix the bikes, but I sure like to ride them. And it's good for health and fitness. It's also a great socialization.
Right.
So it's a great way to get to know people and just to build those friendship bonds.
I think it was a big part of my life growing up because I could bike to school and those sorts of things. And so as our community grows and as we do more trails, and you're perfectly situated on the trail, and I'm sure you see lots of walkers and lots of cyclists and that sort of thing. So tell me what probably is the number one thing that Community Cycles needs right now. I know you said your volunteer group has grown, but what do you need right now?
Yeah, so we need more access for people to be able to ride bikes, because one of our pillars of our program is to encourage and advocate for more bicycle access, so bike lanes and things like that, so people can ride safely. But we recognize that people have bikes that just won't function. So they need to know we're here and we can bring them in, and they can bring them in and we'll help them get work. We have another program where we donate bikes out into the community. So if you're in need of a bike, go to one of our social service partners, what would be like the Christian Cupboard or the Children's Advocacy Center, Salvation Army, and they can provide a referral and we can get you a bike.
Wow. And so you also want people to donate their bikes, right?
That's right.
Correct. And I will tell you, I have a very old one that was in my backyard that I got filthy loading up today and about broke my shin. And so to donate, and I've been intending to do that for a long time. And so they're not in perfect condition, but I think that's part of the whole process, correct, is getting them in that condition and helping people do that with their bikes.
Yeah, so Jim and his crew who come out here on Saturday mornings in particular, they do a great job of fixing up bikes. So
Again, not hands-on, right?
Yeah.
I cheer them.
Yeah, so donated bikes, some of them are in good enough condition that we can repair them and we'll donate them out to people in need.
Right.
The other ones, we'll take them apart and we'll use those parts,
Right.
recycle those parts so they aren't just going to landfill.
Sure, and I think that's a great thing as well. That whole recycle, reuse is a huge component of that. So, is there something you'd like to tell the community that you want to say to the community that they need to know?
Yeah, I think a really important thing is that people need to come and see us, because I know that the people who have volunteered, they've stopped in for a repair or something like that, and then they're just riding on their bike, on the bike path,
And
they
they
swing
just-
on and
yeah.
say, and that this is something I'd like to consider being part of.
Yeah.
And whether it's providing financial support or being on our board,
But money is always a good thing to
money is
It's
a good
just
thing to
always a
have.
good thing.
And I guess I would say, get on your bike. Yeah.
You would say, come see us on your bike. That's what you would say,
Yeah,
correct?
Yeah,
Correct? Yeah. And I know that we in Seguin here and and our group and our engineers and our road folks are really working hard to develop and to devise more avenues to be able to walk, to bike, that sort of thing. for the multimodal is what we call it, that word multimodal. So there are many different modes to get somewhere, and we're working hard on it. It has always been a focus and something we could do. And sidewalks are expensive, but we're working very diligently. And I know the state of Texas has put money forth to do those sorts of things as well. And so we've been trying to access that and do those sorts of things. And so more and more that will be happening, and you're an important piece of that. So you guys sell bikes as well?
We sell bikes as well, and we're here on Tuesday mornings from 9 until noon, and on Saturdays from 9 until noon as well.
And we have a comprehensive safety plan, action plan, which is about this multimodal and those sorts of things. And so I just want to tell folks, come over and see Community Cycles, meet you gentlemen, meet volunteers. They'll take money, they'll take donations, and they'll take more volunteers and board members.
Mayor, we have a helmet for you to go with your bike, and wear it.
Yes.
Because it's important.
Well, when I fall off, this is most important.
Just as much.
Slow down, Seguin.